Well, guess it's that time again. Stream time. Neither a morning stream nor my usual evening stream. Instead, we are opting for a 3 p.m. stream. Let's see, we're finishing up the kotoribako case. We did one part of the investigation, but it looks like there's another twist. So, let's figure that out. Hello, good afternoon. Let's see, where did I stop exactly? Yeah, I was so close to finishing this one last time. I did like a random second stream yesterday, but all of a sudden I got incredibly tired, which is good, but it was very unexpected. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, there we go. Keyboard? Computer? There we go. So what were these again? The teddy bear? Novelty merch. It's got pins in it. Very, very ominous. How did they not see this? Let's see, how you doing, Jasmine? Oh. I should be able to handle the investigation. I'm relying on you. I'll examine the red box again, question Mr. Beauty, and check the room in case we might have any new clues. The box was originally found in the Hirotsuka village warehouse. Question is, what's in it right now? Oh yeah, they did look in it, but it was pictures. We did take a little peek already. I forgot what I was gonna say. I was gonna say something else. Oh yeah, I think in the previous case, or maybe at the very beginning of this case, I kind of complained about Azami being a little too dumb at points. I think this is also just a thing that I see in like Japanese writing sometimes, where a character will just often repeat things. You know, they'll be like, oh, it's the blank curse, and they'll be like, the blank curse? What's that? And then later on, they'll be like, oh yeah, what's that? And it's like, we've already been over this. Why do we need to explain it again? It can be a little repetitive sometimes. Well, let's look at the box again. But she actually did a really good job. I'm surprised she managed to intuit all of the tea stuff on her own. Yeah, it's photos and another doll. Human tea. The photos. Oh yeah, and the curse writing, that's right. Okay. And I believe there was another doll on this shelf over here. But it looked normal. No pins. Okay. Let's talk to, oh yeah, the boxes I think are just normal. There's a bunch of recall for their beauty drink. Okay. Let's talk to, because I don't think I've talked to anybody, so let's talk to Rina. About the tea. About the miracle digestive beauty you were about to launch. I was thinking about this earlier. I was like, man, I feel so stupid. I didn't realize beauty was like a pun. The entire time I was calling it butea. Seems to be the curse's symptoms appear when you drink both the tea and alcohol. Nishitani-san was hallucinating too and was hospitalized after suffering a heart attack. So, the liquor-flavored cake and that tea were the worst combination ever. I wonder if Jun avoided drinking that tea because he knew what it was. I was about to take the blame again. Glad that you let us know before we started selling it. About the beauty drink recall incident. Could you tell us what happened back then? Is it related to what's going on? Sure, I guess. We did a lot of promotion, and we sold a lot to my followers. But the product itself was something Nishitani dug up somewhere, with just the labels redone. And it turns out those drinks had harmful substances. How terrible. I'm still kind of... I guess Nishitani just hated June, because June is just kind of an asshole to everybody. Because otherwise, it seems like they were both pretty awful to work with. And pretty dangerous business practices. Must have been stressful for you. I guess. The uproar died down quickly enough, but June blamed Nishitani so much. Since then, Nishitani has been doing whatever June asks. Nishitani, on his end, now puts in fallbacks to avoid complaints. Maybe that's why he hates him. That reminds me. Nishitani-san mentioned that the bonus he sent Mayusaki-san was complaint-proof. Must have been about this. A photo. A pic from when he's handing the package to the delivery staff. He sends this over as proof of the package's condition to prevent complaints from June's end. Oh. That's what he meant. By the way, this box looks different than the one Mayusaki posted on socials. Wait, is it? The ceiling Ofuda is missing. Oh. You're right, but would Nishitani do something that affects the product? He'd probably be too scared of June's claims to do such a thing. When was the Ofuda placed? I still think it's the delivery guy. I'm gonna be shocked if it isn't him. I mean, not like totally shocked. I guess it could be somebody else, but I still think it's him. Mayusaki-san, are you okay? Do you need an ambulance? Since the center director is a psychic, this can be purged. Exercise, right? Unless we know the cause, there's nothing we can do. Then get on it already. If you lot turn out useless, I'll... Huh? Something's wrong with my ear. Wait, no good. I'm good. No damage done. Wonder what the symptoms are that are different. Because he didn't drink the tea and alcohol, so it wouldn't be the snake. He went ahead and opened the box. I peeled the warding Ofuda off and opened the lid. There were photos of me, full of needles. We'll take a look at the box itself. About the plushie bear at the entrance. Yeah? It has needles in it. Ugh. Having trouble breathing. Why would anyone put needles in my plushie? Any idea who might have? How am I supposed to know? You go find out. Any other plushies? Pincushion? Nope. I already checked. By the way, this is the name on the shipping label for one of the delivered packages. Mayusaki? What the hell? Can I find the idiot who did this? Any idea who this might have been? Any idea when this might have been overwritten? How should I know? Jealous haters. Check the sender. Check who the sender was. I'll make them pay. Wonder what he's going to do. Another counterclaim? Could you tell us a bit about the beauty drink recall incident? How else is relevant right now? Is that going to fix the curse or what? The incident might have caused the curse. That was Nishitani's fault. He went and grabbed stock from a factory that was going out of business. Utter nonsense. All we did was change the label, so there's no way any weird substances got in. Which means the stuff was already in there when Nishitani laid hands on the batch, or some bugs got in the way to the customer's addressing. That good-for-nothing delivery dumbass still dares to show his face. Seems to blame all his problems on others. Look closer. This one could have been tampered with too. But it seems fine. Or is this plushie not in a place where something could be done to it? That's what I'm saying. The other one is by the entrance, so the delivery guy, although it still seems like somebody would have seen him. Because that was like a lot of pins. That wasn't just like he stuck one pin in. Did you see this? Lots of photos of Mr. Beauty with needles in them. Looks like publicity photos. Maybe they're from his product website? Photo is one where he's holding the product. I saw this one online. Did someone with a grudge print and send it over? I wonder where the teeth came from. He's not looking at the camera in this. His clothing is different from usual. Looks like it was taken somewhere in this home. Oh. Weird. This photo feels different from the others somehow. Wonder if Rina-san took this one. We can talk with her first. That reminds me too, I was thinking the ep4 remake got announced. And I'm back on my ep4 thoughts. It's one of those games which I have this feeling about a lot of Persona games where the writing has so many good points, but a lot of times it also frustrates me. But at the end of the day, all I can say is like, you know, it has really good ships and really good characters. I'm immediately back on my like looking at sad art of Dojima and Adachi. Like damn, that's crazy. Can't believe he still went to visit him in prison. Two of them are photos I took, and we posted on socials. This one, and this. Thought so. First one was used in the post showing the red box to everyone. Do you remember anything about when you took it? Let me think. When the box was delivered, I think Jun told me not to touch it, and we need to take a photo first. He gets really pissed if I touch the goods before he does, so I only touched the box that day after the photo. So Mayusaki-san would always be the first to touch them. Oh, the door's open. Alright, let's do these now. Filling Ofuda. Red box, okay. You might have added the photos in writing to the box, turning it into a curse box. That's true. I mean, if Nishitani sent it over thinking that it was cursed, but it maybe actually didn't have anything inside it at all? I'm trying to remember the name of that guy, what were they called? The Tajima family? Tajima guy, he was the one who drew on the box with the symbols because he was being poisoned by the tea. But we don't actually know if there was anything inside the box at that point. So, but for some reason, well, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell if Nishitani thought the box was cursed. Well, I assume he did because because that was why he was telling him the backstory of it. So he definitely thought the box was cursed, whether he did anything to it or not. But it was also not sealed. Someone familiar with Mr. Beauty who might have had a grudge against him. Not to mention, quite a few people fit that description. Seems to make many enemies indeed. Though that makes him a precious candidate for observing curses. Even my imaginary director is a mad scientist type. How do we narrow down the person who cast the curse? We should focus on the timing of each person's actions. Timing of their actions. Reminds me, something was off about the red box that Mr. Beauty received. The sealing of the Ofuda. When exactly was that Ofuda put it on the red box? Sealing Ofuda was put on the box before Rina-san received it? Or maybe I should say after. Maybe I should say after Nishitani sent it. Okay. I guess we can't prove that it was put on before she received it. Okay. After Nishitani sent it over. Woohoo! I feel like this case is one of the ones where, like, I'm kind of shocked that that guy actually had a heart attack. Because that can be very, very serious. Like, it sounds like he's still alive, but very serious and has a lot of, like, lifetime complications associated with it. Compared to most of our other cases where there's usually not really any danger until, like, the final epilogue. Let's see, Rina-san wouldn't touch the goods before Mr. Beauty does. Ishitani-san is aware of complaints, so he sends complaint-proofing photos. So the sealing of Ofuda was probably put on the box after it was sent off. Well then, I think I need to blow my nose. Let me mute for a second. Nope, nothing. I'm sure it'll come out the other way later. The photo of June. Box contains several photos of Mr. Beauty. Most of them seem to be printed from online. Wait, is this the 5th case? The 5th episode? Oh, I guess it is, because the first one... What was the first one? The man under the bed. And then there was... what was it? It was the lady was the second one. And then the third one was... Wait, I feel like I'm forgetting one already. Wait, hold on. Let me look at my own. Did I label this wrong? Is it actually... Oh no, I think I... Yeah, I think I did label this wrong. We're still on the 4th, I believe. Because then the other one was the mystery tour. Yes, we are still actually on the 4th, I think. Whoops. Because I think there's only 6 of these. So I feel like I'm getting actually pretty close to the end. But no point in stalling it, I guess. Likely that it was taken by whomever is the source of the curse. Where was the photo taken? Seemed to be handling the situation quite well now. Oh, that's right, it was Bloody Mary, that's what it was. It was man under the bed, Bloody Mary, and Netherworld. Now kotoribako. Shipping label and the plushy bears. The bear near the entrance was full of needles. Shipping label could probably be sent from anywhere by anyone. How about the bear? The resident, Mr. Mayusaki, was unaware what happened to it. Someone stuck needles into an object on display. Curses are said to increase its impotency the closer they are to the target. So someone secretly stuck the entrance bear with needles. The one in the back was unharmed. From where was the photo taken and what for? Maybe it was taken secretly from the entrance to curse him? Oh! Maybe it was taken secretly from the entrance to curse Mayusaki with. So whoever took this photo cast the curse. Is able to come as far as this place's entrance, at least. They need to figure out who it could be. Alright, well now I feel like they're just making it very, very obvious. But how does the curse work then? Is it an actual curse? I guess these two are feeling sick, but not because of the curse. Oh, I should probably check the shadows. I don't think I ever checked them. What the? There's a shadow which looks like a snake's body extending out from the box. Looks like it's headed somewhere. But where? The same shadow as the first time we came here. Kinda scary. This shadow's missing its hand. I wonder if the hand reaching out of the box belongs to the shadow. Is it trying to grab Mr. Beauty? Is this shadow the person who holds a grudge against Mr. Beauty? I think I've seen the shadow somewhere. Nishitani's place, I think? Oh, I didn't even look at the other shadow. Jasmine, how are we feeling? Closing in on the source of the curse. I feel like we should get her to the hospital, because, like, I feel like even having it once is really bad. I think I should be okay. No, girl, no! Is Beauty Guy okay, though? I know what you mean. He's looking worse. So now he knows how it feels to be cursed. You're still not doing great. Don't push yourself. Oh no, we didn't get to look at the other arm. I guess probably wouldn't say anything important. From the director. Hello? Hey, you. Hurry up and get rid of this curse. I might die, you know. You'll all have to pay for this. June, you have to calm down. Rather rude and rowdy welcome. I believe your request for us to evaluate your cursed artifact. but you find our services unsatisfactory. Mr. Mayusaki, it's from our center director. He says we can just wrap up and go home if you prefer. Wait. Okay, I take it back. Satisfied? I mean, really, I'm sorry, so please get rid of this curse. Alright then, I'll let the director know what we should keep working. Then I guess we should continue. The purpose of our dissolutions are to take apart the urban myth we've identified, and to bring to light the true nature of each myth. The urban myth that we had identified as the kotoribako was gracefully brought to the Dissolution Center by our capable investigator, Miss Azami Fukurai. And that would have been the end of the investigation, yet it doesn't even look that bad. Mr. Mayusaki may be running out of time. Let us expedite the dissolution. Please, make it fast. Oh man, he is getting very sick very fast now. Oh, Mayusaki-san. As you wish. The eye reveals all. Eye opener. Now, let the dissolution begin. Yep. The root of the anomaly, the source of the curse, was the red box. Mr. Mayusaki received this box from Mr. Nishitani, a business associate, and requested an evaluation by our Urban Myth Dissolution Center. So, Miss Azami, after investigating on site at Hirotsuka Village, what did you find the box to be? Box of tea. The box itself was just for storing tea. You definitely uncovered the truth. The hallucinations and heart attacks said to be caused by the curse were actually caused by the tea. The box was feared by the villagers due to its appearance, but it was actually just a box of tea. Or so it seemed. Yet it turned out the box, supposedly just a box of tea, contained photos and a doll that seemed to be attempts to curse Mayusaki. Curses targeting specific individuals are powerful, and they unfailingly whittle away at the life of whomever is cursed. I kind of wonder though, but like, who then put the ofuda on? Because like, surely the person who cursed him, like, it didn't seem like it took effect until the ofuda was removed. And surely the person who cursed him would want him to be, they wouldn't want it on there. Ugh, I'm seeing double. I'm sweating so much. This one is surprisingly effective. Let us record these observations. Director? Of course. So, Miss Azami. Now, searching for the person who cast the curse, you found something besides the box itself. What were the suspicious items you discovered within this home? A plushie and the shipping label. Plushie at the entrance and the addressee name on the shipping label were both cursed. I guess the photo also. As evidence. That's right, the plushie at the entrance had needles stuck into it. And the addressee name on the cardboard box's shipping label also had a curse on it. Seeing that whomever cast the curse is steadily edging toward closer to their target. Find myself looking forward to their next move. Let us move on. One point of note is the box originating from the Tajima family estate in Hirotsuka village. The question is, why would items cursing Mayusaki end up in that box? So, Miss Azami, this individual who hated Mayusaki-san so much as to wish death upon him, when did they place the photos and doll inside the box? At the village? At Nishitani's place? I don't know, I guess it could technically still be Nishitani too. Breaking in, put in before it was delivered to Mayusaki's place. I think this is the most provable statement. Before it was delivered? I see. You seem to have a reason for thinking so. So, Miss Azami, kindly indicate the photo that tells us that your hypothesis is true. Nishitani holding the box. The photo of the box that Nishitani-san posted on socials. The box in the photo doesn't have the sealing Ofuda on it. Also, the complaint-proofing photo from Nishitani-san that Rina-san received didn't have the Ofuda on it either. Which means that up until Nishitani-san obtained the box from Hirotsuka village, the box didn't have the sealing Ofuda put on it. This track is so good. Well done. The sealing Ofuda wasn't present when this photo was taken. Yet the Ofuda is there when it reached Mayusaki-san's place. This means that the items cursing Mayusaki-san were placed in the box somewhere on the way. On to the final step. Let us zoom in on the individual who cast numerous curses on this home. So, Miss Azami, who do you think cast the curses on Mayusaki-san? Someone else. I feel it's someone other than these three people. Not Nishitani-san, not Rina-san, not Mayusaki-san. I wonder if the delivery man just doesn't like him because it's rude, or maybe because he also was damaged by the products he received. Like maybe he was a customer. So, Miss Azami, if it's someone other than these three individuals, who could it be? Takayama-san. Although the rescue crew guy looked like the delivery guy. It was very strange. The delivery staff who was here the first time we came here. If the sealing Ofuda was missing before sending the package, but in place when it arrived. Maybe he just put the Ofuda on to, like, keep them from opening the box, to examine it? But still, because it seems like the curse didn't take effect until it was removed. So I don't really get it. Just tape it shut, man. Makes sense. Also, the delivery notice. Oh, that's right, he does have similar handwriting, I guess. It's pretty loopy. There's writing on the bottom of the red box that had similar handwriting as the notice. I like the way he writes that. The way he writes the fu kanji. Who had access to Mayusaki-san's entrance and cast the curse with recognizable handwriting? Only one individual fits that description. He's the one who cast the curse on Mayusaki-san. The mystery is now solved. Hmm. He turned just a regular tea box into a true cursed box. So, that's it for this curse? Although he did say that, like, a curse made with specific malice, or, like, with a specific grudge, would be much harder to dispel or, like, actually cure. The timing on this guy. Ito-san? Why now? So it's you. How dare you curse me? Is it really you who cast the curse on Mayuzaki-san? I also kind of wondered if he liked Rina. Maybe he was a follower of her Instagram. Not a curse. A blessing. The divinity whispered to me. Oh, is he part of the Samezimers? Ito-san? You little... Oh, look. More for you to complain about. The divinity was right. The curse will snuff you out. Ito-san, what's going on? Did he really drink that tea? The divinity told me everything about the curse of death. I pulled out all my molars and put them in that box. Oh, it's his teeth. Just as the divinity said. Ito-san, that divinity is a hallucination. Not sure that he's talking about the same one. The tea is showing you illusions. The divinity exists. They listened to me and taught me how to curse. Everything leads to the Great Reset. There it is. Huh? What? Why did you do this? Why? I told you so many times that it wasn't my fault. You called me stupid, moron, good for nothing. Are these complaints I need to pay attention to? It's business we're doing here, right? Yeah, just business. Glad you understand. I'll pull out your teeth and use them for the Great Reset. No. Oh yeah, I forgot. I forgot she's our attacker. Shut it. I was about to be like, oh man, I hope somebody called the police. Jasmine? Phew. Guys like him turn to violence so fast. The Great Reset is near. I'll say the prophecy fulfilled. Ugh, feel weak, yeah. She's still pretty sick. I think that used up all her energy. I'll start with your teeth instead. Sorry, Ito-san. Oh, even Azami is getting involved. I didn't think she had it in her. Haha. Jasmine, are you alright? Not bad, Zami. Thanks. Okay, well then... Rina-san, could you kindly call the police? Okay. Mayuzaki-san, Rina-san, this concludes our investigation. We'll be heading out. As you requested, the center will take care of this box. Yeah, I never want to see it again. Take it and go. But will it cure him? June, will you be alright? Yeah, I feel much better already. Oh yeah, police just called. That pathetic delivery guy? He vomited blood in the squad car and was hospitalized. Said the snake was eating him. Maybe the curse backfired? I don't know. I can't remember. Did they say there was something else about this other bear? It didn't have needles, but I thought there was something else about it. Phew, what a scare today. Didn't think curses even existed. Ugh. If the curse was born of hatred towards someone specific, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It was like, I don't think he's in the clear. It cannot truly be lifted. June? Oh. I don't know how Rena could stay with that guy. The cursed relic we handled in this case brought harm to our investigators too. Was this curse indiscriminate, or was it aimed at a specific individual? Let us go over the case reports together. Can't tell. He doesn't seem to tell the whole truth in those, in his video segments. The activists, so-called Zimmers, arrested for their embassy intrusion. Turns out they are following directions from an unknown entity. God, Jasmine is so freaking cool. I kind of liked Azami at the beginning, but like, honestly now Jasmine just kind of blows her out of the water as my favorite. The Samezima admin, correct? Ooh, what if she's working with the man in black? She wasn't there when we encountered him. Just as you predicted. Assistant Commissioner Tomarigiri. I can't say her name. Tomarigi. Indeed. And by the way, I'm thinking of paying the closet a visit. I'll need paperwork for that. I can approve that. Something on your mind? The Illumini cards. I feel someone might be handing them out with specific intent. So, the urban myth dissolution center is being caught up in the agenda. I'll need research to assess that possibility. Understood. I will let the librarian know. Jasmine seems to have recovered. Oh yeah, he can see all of her movements too. Also, I brought the box itself. And turned out it wasn't a curse, but because of the tea. Fantastic. Very well done, Miss Azami. Huh? Seems that this case, too, was prophesized in this card. The seeds we have sown are blooming beautifully, one by one. The first, the second, the third. And today, the fourth card, too, has fulfilled its prophecy. We have but 2 cards left. When the countdown reaches 0, devastation and judgment shall be upon us. Behold, the Great Reset. Behold, the Great Reset. And so forth. God, Jasmine is so cool. I kind of wonder who's behind the Samezima. I'm trying to think who else we really know. Like, would the director be playing both sides, I guess? I don't think it's the Man in Black, because I think Man in Black is kind of what Jasmine is working with. Episode 5, Shadow of Guilt. I don't remember if there's like gonna be, because there's 6 cards, but I assume there might be like a, either the last chapter will be very long, or there will be some kind of like chapter after that to kind of wrap up this whole Great Reset stuff. Actually, I need to go to the bathroom. So give me like 2 minutes. I'll BRB. Okay, that's better. Ugh, my stomach started to just feel really bad all of a sudden. It's really interesting that Meguria can see everything that Jasmine's doing. And she knows that too. But she still works there. But I guess maybe that's why she's not the lead investigator and he has Azami do it instead. Alright. The Illumini cards, each with a prophecy. Whoops, wrong one. Each of these cases so far had a card at the site in some way. I somehow had one myself. Eiko-san had the first, Kinoko-san the second. The third one, Mr. Gas Mask, I think. The fourth was in the curse box we brought back from Mayuzaki-san's. You heard about Mr. Gas Mask. And it's rumored that all of them have gone missing now. Oh, really? Wait, all of who? If the rumors are true, it warrants the card's reputation for bringing misfortune. When he says all of them, does he mean the people that were on the tour? Or does he mean the people... Like, surely... Wait. I don't think Kinoko-san went missing. Not that we know of. Although there was that other guy who did die at the end of that case. Hope everyone's alright. Director, these cards. The background art seems connected. Oh, kinda does. Good eye, Miss Azami. It's time to think about what these cards mean and how they come together. I mean, it just looks like they're in order. Apologies for the delay. Anything new? Still assessing the information I found at the closet. This series of cases involving the Illumini cards may be part of some bigger plan. You suppose your partner and her Devastation and Judgment card are a part of it? I suppose. Or I suspect. The design on the Devastation and Judgment card. This one's different. The Angel Monument at the site of the Tenshu incident. Mr. Gasmask's card shows the same thing. Also a stairway. A lock, chains, a key, a watchful eye. They're all shown. The eye in the darkness card has chains. Reflection of Death shows a key. Oh, it does. Permeating Blight shows a lock. So, among the motifs shown in Devastation and Judgment. The only one remaining is the other key. Oh, I guess if it needs to be two keys. So what happens when we have the full set? The Illumini card with the key. It's likely we'll come across it during this upcoming case. So there's a request coming in? Indeed. The request is from the CEO of a tech company. He was robbed of something important and wants us to recover it. Whatever these cards may mean. Ugh. Perhaps the case will bring us closer to the truth. The Illuminati card's prophecies are coming full circle. We should watch what the Zimmers are up to. If something happens to you and your partner, it's all part of the job. Didn't think you'd care so much. Commissioner... the typo. Oh no, is that his name? Tomiri? I'll have you know. I care as much as you do. I thought it was her name for a second. Tomagiri. Or no, that's not her name. Her name is Tomariki. I always get it mixed up. Tomariki and Tomiri. Many international conferences and ceremonies this month, leading to a higher number of global VIPs visiting Japan. Security Director Kurosawa of the National Police Agency stated that the police were on high alert in light of the rumored terror attack. Busy world. Jasmine? Isn't this request kinda strange? He was robbed of something important, wants us to recover it. Each one is strange, but yeah, this one's a little different. Why haven't they called the police anyway? That's right. If they know something was stolen, the police will listen to them. Yeah, but the police never seem to get objects back. Well, I guess maybe if you're super rich, they do. Should have better odds than us looking for it. Smells of special circumstances. Thus the need for discretion. Is this Mr. CEO secretly up to no good? In that case, I can't speak. Investigator Fukurai, your mission is to assess the client's reputation and related rumors. Hold on, I'm gonna try to blow my nose again. Give me a second. Darn, still nothing. Guess I'll just be congested. Understood. Start doing research. If I remember right, UTech Priority CEO was Kurosawa something. You know him, Jasmine? No, just happened to see him mentioned. Was that the guy they just mentioned on the radio? Might have been a news article somewhere. Kurosawa, checking the reference doc. Yuya Kurosawa, CEO, UTech Priority. So Mr. Big Time is asking for our help. Kind of fishy, eh? He must be on the top floor of the skyscraper. I'm sweating already. Can't hurt to check for rumors or shady biz or bad rep. You're right. Checking now. UTech. This is UTech Priority's official account. UTech is a company that provides IT support to Japanese companies. I don't like the name UTech. It makes it sound like it's a university. A tech company. Corporate account without gimmicks. That's quite the following. Alright. Search UTech. Quarterly report. Significant increase in profits. Boring. UTP? Short for UTech Priority, I guess? Is that impressive? Can't say I'm the best person to ask, but guess so? I mean... It looks a pretty big increase, I guess. Company's doing well. Went public 3 years after it started. CEO seems a bit shallow, but the company itself has a solid rep. Went public 3 years ago. And they're doing well? I wouldn't know how to explain it right, so I'll just say... They're doing super well. Headquarters is in a high-rise in Toranomon, isn't it? I've never heard of this place. Which means we're about to go in? You're that nervous? Company has strong ties with government agencies and large corporations. They seem good at those connections. Government agencies? You know, doing work for the country. Government contract, I guess. Working for the government seems like an easy way to earn a lot. You think that's true? Not possible. It's a lot. It's a ton of work. Must be tough dealing with government information. Bet it's super stressful for those working on it, since they'd be fired immediately if they mess up. Seems like it'd be very slow. A lot of red tape. Super stressful job. Fired immediately if they mess up. In that sense, our work is a breeze. The zombie can't get fired. She has to pay off her debt. It'd be real entertaining if one of the engineers from those types of work were to post Kaiba Ichiran here. Ugh. It's Kaiba Corp from the Yu-Gi-Oh universe. Oh, there's an urban myth that says if you post that on your socials, very occasionally you'll get a reply from the dead. The thing where dead people respond to you? Engineers can't do anything about that. Response from the dead? What would they say? You'll just have to post Kaiba Ichiran yourself and find out. Oh, I'd like to know if you can get into contracts through regular sales techniques. It's all down to Kurosawa's skills. Ugh. Ugh, sorry. I feel like all this snot is determined to go down my throat instead. Ugh. Power of CEO's sales skills. That CEO guy, Yuya Kurosawa, may have more business skills than we think. He's young, probably getting paid a lot more than what his job sounds like. You know, I kind of get that. Like, as much as CEOs are overpaid and stuff, I do think that they do have, like, a different skill set and different responsibilities. Like, that's one of those things where, like, sometimes if you're at the top of the food chain at a company, it may seem like you don't do a lot, but on the negative hand, on the negative flip side, I guess, your time is never truly your own. You're always kind of on call. Yuya Kurosawa. Alright, let me drink a little bit more water as well. Alright, what do we got here? UTEC. Alright, both I guess. Kokai Business Online. Exclusive interview with UTEC priorities Yuya Kurosawa. His unbelievable climb to the top. I understand my path only because I took a detour. Well, tra-la-la. Seems young, but he's already a CEO. Isn't that true for most CEOs in tech, though? I mean, I guess anybody can be a CEO as long as you start your own company. It just doesn't necessarily... If your company's not impressive, it doesn't really matter. Assets of 700 million yen? Wow. Can't believe that Yuya is now a tech company CEO. $700 million? He doesn't ever have to work again. You see this all the time. Playboys in their 20s suddenly put together in their 30s. Really? Around 30 is when you learn that life is easier if you just take it seriously. Oh man. Feels like a personal jab at me. I hear Yuya Kurosawa was born into affluence. His family home is enormous. Many cases. He was a rich kid? Since he's successfully running a business, I wouldn't say he's totally ignorant. He was born rich. If your parents have money, you'll succeed at anything. Man, wish I got super rich parents in the social ranking gotcha. I mean, yes, often it is true that you will have a much bigger leg up and a bigger safety net when you fall. Ugh. If social hierarchy was a game and your parents were... Never mind. Too much to explain. This means he's lucky to be born to a wealthy family. He's got those SSR parents. Person who inherited power, huh? World will never change until the rich ruling class changes. GR. Ooh, great reset, huh? Person who inherited power. Someone who gets their privilege from the wealth their parents passed down. GR again. What's that supposed to mean? Raid rare? I wonder if she has an otaku streak to her. She likes gacha, she's aware of gacha, aware of cards. Or collectibles, I guess. I passed Yuya Kurosawa on the street yesterday. He had on big sunglasses and a flashy outfit. Thought he was a celeb or something. But he didn't look that arrogant. He seemed nice, actually. Big sunglasses, huh? Standard CEO attire? Depends on the person. I like a big sunglass. Saw him last week too. He wasn't particularly charismatic or anything. Really plain, like any other dude on the street. I was gonna say hi, but he glared at me. Staring at people who want to say hi. You think he's scary? Depends on the time and place. Yeah. Sometimes you just want to enjoy your stuff. Everyone has their off moments. He's got his salesman switch and his private one. Without doing that, you can't last long as a CEO in IT. Salesman switch and a private one. You think I'm different off the clock? Nope. He could write an autobiography about his huge success story. Ex-popular live stream group leader to tech CEO. Oh, he was a live streamer. Success. Sounds like he's worked hard. This guy was a streamer, huh? Alright. That is all. Sounds like an impressive person. Why would such a big-name CEO come to us for help? Wonder what happened to him. We've only heard people talk about him as if they saw some celeb in town. Haven't heard any real issues yet. Unlike with Mayusaki-san, his company seems to have a good reputation. All that's left is to talk to the man himself. Good luck. No real hints about what the actual case is, though. Looks like it's that building there. Jasmine, isn't that an actual skyscraper? You know it. CEO must be holed up in his penthouse. So, I should just tell the reception lady that we have an appointment? Yep. Try to relax. Understood. Understood. Hello, excuse me. We, have an appointment today? We're from the, Urban Myth Dissolution Center? Huh? You're from the Urban Myth Dissolution Center? That's right. We were expecting you. This way, please. I guess he didn't feel like he needed to make a cover for what he was hiring. He's okay with his secretary knowing he's hiring a bunch of weirdos. Mr. Kurosawa, they have arrived. Hello. Yuya Kurosawa, CEO of UTech Priority. This is my secretary, Miss Kiyomoto. He doesn't even know his secretary's name? She knew? Apologies. She just joined us recently, so I keep forgetting her name. Hello. Nice to meet you. I'm Azami Fukurai from the Urban Myth Dissolution Center. And this is... Tomariki. Hope we can help. To start this off, your request involves the recovery of a stolen item? Yes, about that, Miss Kiyomoto. She's really bad with her name. I'll handle this. You can go back to work. Understood, sir. Doesn't Kiyomoto-san know what's going on? No, she's unaware. Could you describe what was stolen? I can't mention specifics. Yet I'm sure an intruder was here, and I am the only one who has realized that fact. What do you mean? I want to call the police if you had an actual intruder. Oh, maybe it's like... oh, excuse me. Maybe it's like an impossible break-in situation. Somebody has like a secret portal or something. Our business involves clients entrusting their data to us, so we'd prefer to keep things under wraps. I guess that makes sense. Also, I was hoping you might assess the situation objectively. What happened 2 days ago was strange enough to warrant that. I heard your team specializes in this kind of investigation. Strange happenings sounds like something we can handle. I'm having the security footage analyzed, but that will still take a while. Hearing my account and my secretary's should tell you how strange all this is. If you could kindly get started as soon as possible. I see. We'll try to do an objective assessment of what happened the day before yesterday. What could it be? Somebody took his giant sunglasses, I guess. Zami. Yeah? Better watch your back with this one. Can't tell us details, hasn't called the cops. Both yellow flags as far as cases go. Kurosawa-san is acting a bit strangely. I'll be careful. Here goes. Some kind of mechanism on the door. A lock? He said something was stolen, but the room looks hard to break into. Maybe I should ask Kiyomoto-san, the secretary. Alright, let's take a look around the room first. Oh, is that a camera? Security camera, likely the one Kurosawa-san mentioned? But the intruder made it in regardless. I wonder if it's an invisible man. There's also, like, they haven't mentioned, like, a suspect. CEO's desk. Care must cost a fortune. Need to be careful with the CEO's desk. What's this? An Illuminati card. No. Is this case part of the prophecy too? Of course it is. That's what our boss told us. Hey, that card is of high value. Please leave it where it is. But, Kurosawa-san, isn't this... Is it involved in some way in your ongoing investigation? Well, not quite. I don't know. I feel like it kind of is. In the broader scope. Then please return it to where it was and continue investigating. Oh, I will. Sorry. Alright, let's take a look for shadows. Oh! Is this him looking for an object that's missing? None over here. Interesting. Alright, let's take a little peek what they're doing. Kurosawa-san. Maybe it's the intruder? How can I tell them apart? Looks like they're touching the desk drawers. Maybe the intruder was, like, a doppelganger in disguise as him. Wait, is it me, or is this shadow looking this way? The shadow is rummaging through the drawers. Taking something out. Holding something, I can't make out what it is. Maybe we should examine the desk. Is this shadow Kurosawa-san? But it's weird. I feel like the shadow's looking at me. Or am I overthinking this? Look at the desk again. The shadow was taking something out of the desk drawer. From the top drawer, I think. Was anything taken from this drawer? I should check. Reintroducing myself. Yuya Kurosawa, CEO of UTech. Okay. Okay. What happened? Kurosawa-san, could I ask you what happened 2 days ago? What I can tell you right now is that something precious was stolen. The rest I'll disclose once you've talked to my secretary. Oh. But Kiyomoto didn't seem to know anything. I wonder if there are any traces nearby that might provide a lead. I feel like some of these dialogue options hint that you should do things in a different order than what I've done. Was anything stolen from the top drawer of your desk? Top drawer? Why the desk drawer specifically? I haven't told you anything yet. Oh, of course, it's hard to explain, but I have this ability called clairvoyance, which is why I'm here as an investigator. Not that you'd believe me or anything. Interesting. Do you believe me? Yes, I find it very intriguing, and feel you might be very useful for the case at hand. Useful? I'll check what might have been taken from my desk. Kindly recheck with my secretary, too. Okay. Alright, what do we got here? Kiyomoto-san, the secretary. Yes. He's instructed me to answer you truthfully, as I actually saw things happen. Please ask me anything related to your investigation. Could you tell us about 2 days ago? You mentioned 2 days ago, but nothing happened in particular. The CEO asked me too, but I have no idea what this is about. Could you tell me what you saw? Very well. That day, the CEO had a meeting at a client, so I saw him off. And he returned a while later. I see, and then? I greeted when he came back, and everything afterwards was normal as could be. I haven't noticed anything. It's totally gonna be like doppelganger, I think. I see. Thank you. Do you need a key to enter this room? Yes, a security card. Do all members of your staff have a security card? Yes, all employees have one. That being said, as we handle critical data for other companies, even I am prohibited from entering the CEO room while he's absent. But they would have still had to have had the card to get in. 2 days ago, did Kurosawa-san take anything out of the CEO office? Now that you mention it, I think he was carrying a red, card-like object when he left. Another Illuminati card, maybe? Card-like object. Not a security card. Those are very different. I wouldn't mistake one for the other. Not aware of what it was. But I do recall the CEO being very careful in handling it. Noted. I'll check with Kurosawa-san as well. If something is missing, then there really was an intruder here. This might be an awkward question. Was there anything strange about your CEO 2 days ago? I don't think so. Did you speak with the CEO about anything? No, nothing in particular. I greeted the CEO, but he just gave me a light nod. As he normally does. I see. Also, this might sound strange, but there was one thing I found puzzling. I mentioned he was carrying something when he left. But to be precise, one moment he was taking out that red object, and the next moment he was gone. Gone? Didn't he just leave while you were looking away? He opened the door of the CEO office and disappeared the very next moment. I see. Seems like a serious person. I don't think she'd make it up. How are you, Jasmine? Getting the hang of this. Think so? About the investigation. I guess the only way to get started is to look into what happened around Kurosawa. Okay. Okay, 2 days ago. Why? Investigator types. Nope. Okay. Red card-like object. Gotta be Same Zima related. Kaiba Ichiran. Listeners can also send in their hot tips to the center. A little bird told us about something called Kaiba Ichiran. It's not clear if it's a name or a password. One thing is for sure. When you post the words Kaiba Ichiran online, you'll get a reply from dead people. But the thing is, I'm busy. I don't have time to respond to every single comment. I don't even know what I would do if I got a comment from the dead person. Don't they know how tough it is for an elk to be a social butterfly? Ask about what happened. Okay, we can talk to him again. Red card-like object. I heard 2 days ago you took out something from the top drawer of your desk. Do you remember what it was? Thing is, 2 days ago, I didn't come back here after the client visit. Huh? So it's impossible for me to have taken something away. But if so, why would Kiyomoto-san... What was your impression of her? Do you think she was telling the truth? This is a strange incident that I mentioned. Does he suspect her? She said you suddenly disappeared. That would be very weird to say as a lie. She mentioned that you suddenly disappeared. Disappeared? What do you mean? She said you disappeared after taking the object from the desk. As she's bringing this up voluntarily, I don't think she was merely looking away. I see. To be honest, I don't think her account is trustworthy. Could you please double check with my secretary just to make sure? Okay. I can't tell if this camera can see over here because there's like... Can't tell if there's like a partition coming down from the ceiling that maybe would block it. If something was stolen, the police should give you their attention. Will you be contacting the police? I think that was stolen the other day. It's actually something top secret. Top secret? It's an important matter that affects our very reputation. I need to ask you to be discreet from here on with your investigation. I see. Stolen. Kiyomoto-san, could you spare a moment? Yes, what do you need? 2 days ago, you were in this room with Kurosawa-san, correct? Yes, maybe just for an hour or so. Was there anything about his clothes, hair, or even face that struck you as unusual? No, it was the CEO, I know. And he took a red, card-like object from the drawer and left with it. Yes, that's right. Something wrong? Kurosawa-san says he hasn't taken away that red object. Was that the important item the CEO mentioned? Seems so. Still, he did take it out of the desk while I was watching. Alright. Yomoto. Trouble remembering her name. She joined recently. Wonder why. Maybe the other person was fired? Or they just quit? Maybe there's a lot of people coming and going here. Just a guess. Kurosawa-san is the CEO of a tech company. Something was stolen. What was it? That's right, card-like object. He hasn't called the police either. Very suspicious. Formerly a streamer. Oh, that's right, I can do this one too. Alright. Talked to Kiyomoto-san, the secretary. 2 days ago, regular day. Strange circumstances indeed. Did she misjudge what she saw? Did the CEO simply forget what he did? Something is missing. There must have been an intruder in some way. Wonder why their stories are so different. Maybe the intruder was disguised so that they would look like Kurosawa. Maybe the intruder was disguised so they would look like Kurosawa-san? Kiyomoto-san's story about the missing item was correct. So whomever it was that seemed to be Kurosawa-san must have actually been here. But if so, did they look so alike that you could mistake them? I need to learn more about the intruder. May I ask you something? Certainly. Surely the camera would have at least caught him coming into the room if it couldn't see his desk. And the shadows also. Let me look at the shadows. Overall impression, it looks like Kurosawa-san. Could he possibly have forgotten he came back? Can't seem to tell whether this is Kurosawa-san or the intruder. I don't think the traces give us enough clues. What might the red card-like object be? Stands out so it'd be obvious to anyone searching these drawers. Definitely not here. Maybe he took it away himself? Nope. You mentioned having security camera footage analyzed. Maybe they've heard back? I should check with the secretary. There we go. Could you spare a moment? Okay, camera. About the security camera you have there. Is the footage available for checking? Our general affairs team, who handles the cameras, sent us images just a while ago. Here they are. Thanks. What does this look like to you? Looks like the CEO, for sure. Yeah, I'll have to check with him. Kiyomoto-san for this image from the security camera there. This is you, isn't it, Kurosawa-san? Wow, he does look like me. I wouldn't blame anyone for mistaking him for myself. Could it be that you simply forgot about coming back 2 days ago? That isn't possible. My client counterpart can attest to that. And there is something actually missing from this room. But this is very clearly you. I'm as surprised as you are. Good going. Time for a call from boss? I think I've picked up what I can here. So, how's that CEO then? Something does feel off. He won't tell us what was stolen. He showed interest in my clairvoyance. What's he up to? Seems like he's hiding something. Yeah, he could be Asame Zimmer himself. From the director. How's it going? Seems you're done with your initial investigation. Yeah, but it's kind of complicated. A lot of uncertainties, aren't there? Yeah, exactly. Kurosawa-san himself is one thing, but the clairvoyance shadows in the office felt different somehow. I see. Also, I saw an alumni card. Kurosawa-san had one. We can worry about that later. Looking forward to your full report. Let's begin then. Locating a stolen item and recovering it if possible. Request for this case is rather unusual considering our usual fare. And yet, it seems this case was made for us. First, I thought it was just a burglary. But with the alumni card showing up, something strange must be going on. We cannot leave this case unexplained. Let us begin the identification. Let's start by laying out what has been happening. Mr. Kurosawa experienced something strange. He asked you to speak with Miss Kiyomoto, his secretary, to make sense of what's going on. That's right. So we asked Kiyomoto-san about what happened 2 days ago. So, Miss Azami. Yes? What were the strange circumstances that Miss Kiyomoto described? Kurosawa appeared. Kurosawa-san appeared even though he wasn't supposed to be there. Kiyomoto-san was in the same room for a while, but didn't notice anything unusual. So, the intruder entered the CEO's office as if they were the CEO himself, behaving very naturally. The intruder's presence was natural enough that anyone might suspect the CEO of misremembering his own actions. Moving on. The Mr. Kurosawa imposter came back to the CEO's office as if they were the CEO himself. The secretary, Miss Kiyomoto, was the only one who saw him. Her account of that day included an important characteristic about this intruding entity. So, Mrs. Ami, he had the card, right? What kind of interaction was there between Miss Kiyomoto and Mr. Kurosawa's imposter? Between the time the imposter arrived at the CEO's office and until he left. Non-verbal greeting. Maybe his voice couldn't be the same. I believe she mentioned the CEO gave her a nod, but didn't speak. That's what they usually do, so she didn't find it strange. Precisely. Miss Kiyomoto did not converse with Mr. Kurosawa's imposter. If they'd had any form of conversation, this would have turned out differently. But it would be somebody who would know what his habits are, and that it wouldn't be strange for him not to talk. Final question. Was Miss Kiyomoto unaware that Mr. Kurosawa had appeared? Huh? No? She was aware and even greeted him. Indeed. Furthermore, they were in the same room for an hour or so. But Miss Kiyomoto never doubted the imposter. And yet, a client can prove that Kurosawa wasn't actually there. So, Miss Azami. Yep. What kind of entity is this imposter who showed up at the CEO's office? Living spirit. A kitsune? Imagine. What if it just was a kitsune? A tangible entity with an appearance practically identical to Kurosawa-san. Maybe a clone or a copy? It's totally doppelganger. Security camera footage confirms that the imposter's appearance is almost identical. And yet, Mr. Kurosawa himself can prove he was somewhere else at the time. As if there was another Mr. Kurosawa in existence. Maybe he's got a brother. Or a cousin who looks a lot like him. They did not converse, and yet... Security camera footage shows the person existing in two places at once. There's one urban myth that matches these parameters. Doppelganger. And people doubt me. They doubt that I'm an expert. The doppelganger? A duplicate of yourself that exists in the same world, with no indication of since when or why they exist. Only the person themselves would be able to identify the imposter. The terrifying aspect of this anomaly is that if you ever meet your doppelganger, you will die. He'll die. We should warn Kurosawa-san to be very careful. Until he recovers what was taken. Didn't know the doppelganger was such a scary urban myth. That reminds me. The same Mr. Kurosawa sent us an additional request. Huh? I will handle it personally. You may not be able to reach me for a while. But no need to worry. I leave the on-site investigation in your capable hands. But... what happened? Director won't be in contact for a while. Will we be okay on our own? Is it that much to worry about? Without phone calls, it's still just the usual. You're right. Maybe it'll be okay. Ooh, home at last. Sir? What? I thought you had come home just a few minutes ago. No, I just got home, obviously. Oh, his doppelganger's at his house. What? What? Ah! We gotta check Kurosawa's place. Seems he ran into his doppelganger. When he called, he was so worked up. I saw it. It was in the room. It ran away, and so on. Wonder if he's okay. He did call us himself and seems safe for now. Though we should wait on mentioning the supposed death if you meet your doppelganger thing. He was at least well enough to have called us. How about Boss Man? Business done yet? Hello today. Haven't heard anything yet. Maybe your first solo dissolution is coming up. No way, I'm not good enough for that. Well, we'll figure it out. Ugh. Why are you sighing? Why are you all sighing and lurky? Are you extra grumpy today? Extra moody? Oh man, my stomach is like suddenly flipping. Ugh. No? Okay. Just the same old. I started to stream early today and I'm already like I feel like there's so many times where I'm streaming and like I have two brain processes happening. One is me playing the game and talking, and then in the back of my mind I'm like, what should I get to eat? And I've definitely been doing that. I'm like, all day I've been like, oh, you know, I haven't had Chinese food in a really long time. I kind of want to get Chinese food. But I've also been kind of lazy and I don't want to go out. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I still have raids off. I thought about turning them back on, but I don't mind. I don't get raided very often anyways. And you know me, I get a little bit awkward when a lot of new people show up at once. I'll look into doppelganger rumors. Is there anything else you'd like me to look up? My little investigator Zammy is growing up so fast. You think so? Can you add Zimmers to your research list? There have been a lot of incidents related to them lately. But are there any connections between Kurosawa-san and Zimmers? Haven't you heard? Zimmers hate Kurosawa-san with a passion. Not really a big deal if it's just people's opinions, but Kurosawa haters are getting bolder. Okay. I'll look into the rumors for the doppelganger myth and Kurosawa haters. Sleeps thrice on the weekends. Life is tiring. Oh man, that's me. Hey, why'd you say that at the same time as me? You're right, it's true. Oh man, I made a tweet today that was like, life hack, you know, get 8 hours of sleep, you'll feel better. But like last night, I slept like the best I've slept all year. I don't know what happened, but it was one of those things. I feel like I've been waking up a lot in my sleep lately, just from being like lethargic and antsy and stuff. And like, I tend to get up a lot because I also drink a lot before bed. But like last night, I was just like, I was conked out. And it also like, the temperature got really cold, which was nice. Because I love being cold. Like, I think I've said before, but like my ideal... Okay, so like... Hold on. Let me look. I need to look up Fahrenheit again, or Celsius again. Because like, you know, a lot of people kind of like 70 degrees, which is like 21, 22 Celsius for like their room temperature, depending on where you live. But me, especially when I'm sleeping, I like it to be like 18 degrees Celsius or like 65 Fahrenheit. So it was like perfect. It was so perfectly cold and I was just so happy. According to sources, he abused his privilege to get there. Dark secret. Is it really impossible for a company to go public in 3 years? 11C right now? That's kind of cold, isn't it? A little cold for this time of the year? At least it would be where I am. Is that normal? Or mid-June? Actually, the outside temperature now is a little bit chilly. Or I think it's pretty similar to that. I think it's like... I think today is closer to like 65 anyways, which was like 18 Celsius. Because the past few days have been really hot, so I think I also just felt better now that it wasn't so hot. Yeah, it seems a little cold for this time of year, but I wouldn't mind. I swear, every time a company goes public, they just get worse. Seems to be the case. No, it's not impossible, just really rare. Lurk? Yay. Reminds me, I need to work on emotes. Ah. He got where he is due to family, but he's out here lecturing us about hard work? What an ignorant guy. All these haters, you think they're Zimmers? That's the thing with Zimmers, you really don't know. They seem like a group, but also go solo. Wish there was some way to tell. But if your family has a lot of money, can't you just use it however you want? Guess you think so, if you have that kind of opportunity. People like that tend to also go for attention. Just the ones I was drawing, but I'm very, very slow. I just haven't been... I feel like I've just been too anxious to draw recently. You know, I keep thinking about it, but then, like, I just can't seem to do it. Calling it hard work distorts the world's sense of values. Return this distorted world back to its original state, GR. Distorts values? Are they distorted? Are values even fixed to begin with? That's an interesting way to put it. GR again, what does it mean? Being the CEO of a huge company at his age is unreal. Talk about New Life Plus. Maybe he's an invader from outer space. True. How many times would I had to have been reborn to get to live at the top of such a fancy building? If you actually tried, you might get there pretty quick. What does that mean? Is she saying I should reincarnate? I should spam reincarnations? Just keep spawning at the top of a building and jump off? Are you saying Kurosawa we see might be a doppelganger? A little too high profile for antics like that, isn't he? What if the Kurosawa we met is the doppelganger and the other one is the real one? And he's like hiding or something. Kurosawa we're going to see now is the real one, right? Sure hope so. Plenty of urban myths about meeting your doppelganger too. You should like doppelgangers, right? They're German, eh? Are they really? Experiences like that probably hit closer to home than your average urban myth. Am I wrong? This one stands out for me. I think I'm right, aren't I? Or at least the word is. Oh, you don't like it because it's written the English way, is that it? It doesn't have the little dots on the ganger. How's my pronunciation? Doppelganger? I forget, what is it? Doppel is like, is that double? Ganger is just walker? There you go, some nice German representation. Fast as a reacting to doppelganger. Knew it would grab your attention. Double walker. What was I thinking of? Oh, I for a second I couldn't remember. I thought it meant ghost, but ghost is Geister, I think. Geist. Das Gespenst. Der Geist, something like that. Yeah, because I think poltergeist is also a German word, yeah. Although I don't know what polter means. Polter, noisy. Right? Is polter noisy? Is that it? Yeah. Oizumi Kukumo Broken Bone. It's like Koizumi Yakumo. Speaking of meeting your doppelganger, my friend accused me of walking around with a girl hanging off my arm yesterday. Maybe my doppelganger got a girlfriend before I did, lol. Oof. A doppelganger can get a girlfriend? Anything you can do, your doppelganger can. Kind of. I think some people think of doppelgangers just being people that look like your exact copy. But sometimes they're like a literal ghost figure that just appear for a moment. Kind of funny to think about a doppelganger that is living its whole life and getting a girlfriend. Aren't there a lot of celebrity doppelganger incidents? I bet they're just blaming it on a doppelganger when they get caught, lol. Is that so? Makes sense they'd blame it on a doppelganger. It's like a muffled sound. Muffled. That's a cute image. Tsutomu Kisuragi said that doppelganger hallucination theory is when you're seeing a hallucination of yourself. Well, theoretically, it could all be in your head. You could be seeing your older self or a living spirit. That's true. Or, well, not true, but you know what I mean. It's another doppelganger idea of like seeing your past or future self, like just for a moment. Maybe it's like a blip from another universe, another alternate dimension. But like living spirit's a thing in Japan too. Like you know, you can be cursed by somebody or like haunted by somebody's living spirit if you piss them off enough. Yeah, I forget what that's called. The way like German words are combined. Because like a lot of German words are just like two normal words just put together. Like compound words, I guess, is what they are. But I mean, other languages do have compound words too, but I feel like German has a lot. Which is why so many German words seem very long. I've seen a friend's doppelganger before. We talked, and they were totally alike. But when I talked to my friend later on, I heard they were overseas at the time, so we couldn't have met. Meeting someone in a place where they couldn't have met. Sure sounds like a doppelganger. If it's real. In urban myths, it's said doppelgangers can't talk to other people. Or they can only appear in places related to the original person. The director mentioned that trait, doppelgangers can't talk to others. Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like usually they don't talk. But I'm not sure if this means that they necessarily can't talk. If it's someone who's antisocial or not talkative, it'd be hard to tell them apart. I saw my younger self at my family's house in the countryside. Is that also kind of doppelganger? What? If it really was their younger self, maybe. Aren't there a bunch of stories about getting home to find your doppelganger already there? Spooky. That's terrifying. Getting home to find yourself there? Guess that's a classic kind of doppelganger. Maybe. I feel like there's also a lot of stories about like seeing them in passing. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, I have heard about the Lincoln one. Lincoln, and there's also like some other like political or like royalty figures who have seen them. A lot of historical figures have met their doppelganger. Lincoln, Ryunosuke Akutagawa, and so on. That name sounds really familiar. Who is that? Is that like an author? Yes, the Japanese author. And also Bungo Stray Dogs. But what are his actual books? Oh, he's Rashomon, Spider's Thread, I see. Hellscreen. Okay. Limbus Company mention. Yes, yes, very well known. President Lincoln with the beard? The one with the beard on his face, right? What a funny thing to call him. I guess it's true. You know him from the beard? Not the hat? A lot of people met their doppelgangers, but aren't they all dead? You die if you do, right? Do you really die when you meet one? I heard you get cursed with bad luck. Cursed with bad luck, dying if you meet them twice. Which theory is correct? I don't know. I have heard that it's like you might die, but also sometimes it seems less like they're... It doesn't seem like they're trying to harm you. It seems more like a warning. Like a warning of impending things. Almost like a banshee. Oh, did I... Did I miss a word? Okay. I already did that one. Oh, I didn't actually click this one. Hallucination of your future self. What kind of urban myth is that? They said Tsutomu Kisaragi. He did write a book about urban myths. Fans would have their eyes on this topic. Reaction. Okay. Search. Suzuki with the shades. That's a cool name. According to the doppelganger hallucination theory, it's not meeting your doppelganger that causes your death. You see the hallucination of yourself because you're close to death. Oh, that's interesting. So it's the opposite? You see your doppelganger when you're already about to die? So doppelganger is a shinigami? I can't really call those the same thing. I hear even seeing someone else's doppelganger can cost your life. No way, you can die from seeing someone else's doppelganger? Take a breath, go on, find out more about the rumor. Cost your life. I thought it was shock of seeing your doppelganger that killed you, but dying from seeing someone else's doppelganger. Death by shock? Yes, it would shock you to death. But would it really shock you to that extent? Guess it depends. I wonder if I'd be shocked. I feel like I'd be shocked seeing somebody that looks like me. But I've definitely had to do like a double take before at certain people who kind of remind me of like my parents. But I think that's also just because like I don't see my parents on like a daily basis. So they are, they do change, get older a little, like bit by bit. So every now and then I see somebody and I have to kind of like look at them funny, like, Our doppelganger is a spirit or soul that escaped their body, and if you see one, that means the host body is without a soul, and will eventually die or something like that. Not just OBEs, out-of-body experience, I guess. Soul, doppelganger, host body. Can't make fun of the concept since there were people with brain tumors who died after saying they saw their doppelganger. Oh, I wonder if that's true. Eh? Me? I got far? Got far with what? I'm not gonna dispute not being friendly. Sounds like a scientific cause. Compelling if true. Although I have heard that like there are like actual like people do have those like out-of-body death experiences. Like when they're close to death or when something happens, they get like injured in certain ways. I was very curious, like I could imagine a similar thing might cause like a doppelganger hallucination. Brain tumor showing you hallucinations of yourself. The idea gives me shivers. Oh, and followers? Yes, yes. I'm surprised. I'm also surprised as well. I don't remember what it was at the beginning of the year, so I was thinking back and I was like, you know what? Despite feeling like a pretty small fish most of the time, I could be doing a lot worse for myself. Yeah, I feel like I don't remember what it was at the beginning of the year. I don't remember if I had 100 followers even at the beginning of the year. Who knows though? You know, I'm a small fish, and sometimes that's a little discouraging. But sometimes it's also like, you know what though? All in all, I'm still just doing what I like. I'm still just streaming games that I would be playing otherwise, and you know, I wasn't really in it to make friends anyways. But I'm like, it's just like, if people want to watch, I'm happy if they don't mind watching. Even if they don't chat, I don't mind if people lurk, because I'm a lurker too. Hold on, my hair is getting so long, and I think I'm gonna cut it shorter again before it gets hot. There's actually, I've talked a little bit about this, but like, obviously I'm very interested in like brain sciences. Very popular book from quite a while ago, maybe a decade ago, but, and I think it even got made into like a movie or miniseries, but I don't think the movie was that good. But the book, it's like a non-fiction account. It's called Brain on Fire. It's very good. At least the book is. Basically, it's this young woman's story about how she ended up in the hospital with something wrong with her. She started having like all these issues, from seizures to like sudden personality shift, like weird personality changes. And the book is, even though it's like her first person account, she doesn't actually remember most of the time. A lot of it is like pieced together from things she's heard from her parents, and like how she was like misdiagnosed and for so long. And it ended up being hold on, let me make sure I get it right. There's like a specific kind of I think it's like from an ovarian teratoma, like a certain kind of tumor that causes your like women's brains to or like white blood cells to attack the brain, I think. Like a kind of causes like an autoimmune disorder. And then it causes like encephalitis. So the brain becomes very inflamed, and it can cause a lot of things. And you know, it's actually kind of shown a light on a very common but underdiagnosed problem that women have. Like, because this is specific to, it's something that is triggered by, I believe, like ovarian tumors. It can cause like actual brain encephalitis. It's been quite a long time since I read it, but it's a very interesting story. And actually, I've heard other stories like a long time ago. It wasn't a streamer I watched, but I remember seeing on Twitter like one streamer talking about, I think she had the same thing, and talking about how like a lot of times these women, it's very hard to diagnose, so people think it's just like a psychiatric problem. I mean, I hope I'm safe from it. You guys will have to tell me if I start acting weird. But like this woman, you know, a lot of times their personality changes so drastically. People think that they're either acting out or they're having like some other kind of psychiatric episode, that they often don't get the right care and get moved to like a psych ward. And this woman, this streamer woman, I believe, she, due to like improper care, she ended up like falling off of her bed, and like her leg got burned, I think, on like a radiator or something, and it resulted in like permanent nerve damage in her legs. And so eventually, when she did like recover from encephalitis and they figured out what was going on, she did end up having like permanent damage to her leg, and it was very, very difficult for her. If I become friendly, that's when you know. You know, I don't think this makes you friendly. I think it makes you... so like the way people tend to act when they do get it though, sorry, we're on a little bit of a tangent, is that they do end up being, they kind of start to regress in certain ways. Like they become very forgetful, and they also start to throw like a lot of tantrums, for example, and behave very erratically. So maybe if I have a tantrum or something. I don't think, although if I'm being nice, there probably is something else wrong with me if I'm too nice. I was trying to be, I think the older I get, I think I'm actually becoming more, I think my attitude seems more tsundere. Or maybe not even tsundere, maybe just tsun. There's no dere. I'm just mean. I'm just grumpy. Like I'll say something nice to a friend and then I'll be like, ew, gross. Don't talk to me again. Or if certain friends kind of try to like say something nice to me, I'll be like, gross. Don't talk to me. Possibility the doppelgangers kill their original selves to replace them. But in that case, from the outside, it just seems like the original person's personality change. Ooh. Maybe this is what'll happen to me if I'm too nice. I mean, I don't think I'm like mean necessarily, but like I am just, I don't know, you know, my stream is like my house. I'm not gonna, like, I don't have too many problems with people, but I also am okay with putting my foot down if I'm like, okay, don't annoy me, you know. In real life and not on my stream, I'd probably be a little bit more no, that's the wrong word. I don't know, I'd be a little bit more chill, but I think I also am a little bit aloof to sometimes when I mean, you say that, but I've definitely had times where I've said stuff and then later on I realized that people thought that I was being like a massive bitch or something, when I really just, you know, sometimes I just say things and I don't like adjust my tone in the right way. They just think I'm a mean person. I know that you, if you thought I was that mean, you wouldn't come back. Unless you're into that kind of thing. I don't know. Possibility doppelgangers, killing the original to take their place. That's way too scary. Now we're into horror movie stuff. That's like the changeling, yeah? A changeling fairy that takes their place. That replaces the baby with a little fairy baby. Isn't a straw man kind of a doppelganger? If the real person is in the way, they get rid of them and put a straw man in their place. A certain prime minister was just a straw man. Source, Master Kisaragi. Wow, getting political. Straw man? Straw man prime minister? Really? Oh boy, here come the conspiracy theories. They say Kisaragi said it. Must be a fan. Our prophet Tsutomu Kisaragi. Not just a visionary, he holds the power to see the future. Society is on the brink of revolution. Tsutomu Kisaragi, GR, the Great Reset. Okay, yeah, obviously. That's why it keeps showing up. Tsutomu is just a researcher. Why are they calling him a prophet? Okay. According to the doppelganger time warp theory, meeting your doppelganger results in a time paradox that causes death. Time warp? When two people are in the same place on the same timeline, causing a paradox. Do they think reality is some sci-fi movie? I think you're the tsundere one now. You keep coming back no matter how bad I treat you. Or how good I treat you, I guess. In the world simulator hypothesis, a doppelganger is a bug in the system. If you run into one, then a bug occurs and you die. Get it? What's the world simulator hypothesis? Your guess is as good as mine. They're calling us all NPCs, that's what it is. How interesting that every doppelganger death theory has its own reasoning behind it. Each one seems realistic in its own way. Scary. Realistic, huh? They do seem strangely realistic in their own ways. Kind of. Testimonies. Hallucination. Oh wait, is that the one I just did? Oh yes it is. Cost your life. Endless weekend. No one's seen that kind of death happen though. Where did that info even come from? Maybe the person who started the rumor about it costing your life is up to something insidious. Does that mean someone would benefit from spreading that kind of rumor? Could be. As long as people think they could. Oh no, not the reptilians. Me? I'm with one theory, where the reptilians are using the concept of doppelgangers to hide themselves. This one is getting very conspiracy theory. Less urban legend, more conspiracy. What are reptilians? I think they're like aliens who try to pass as humans. Reptilians? Let me guess, we're around the same age? Huh? How old are they? Do certain urban myths fall into specific generations? Yeah, I guess they would. Different things are popular depending on when you grew up. I wonder if reptilians is considered an older urban myth or a more popular one now. I feel like it is fairly popular now. I don't know when it really came to popularity though. I feel like I heard about a story about people getting replaced by weird apparitions. Pretty recent thing. Oh. There are many terrifying stories about such things. There's an endless pit of scary stories like that. Blue eyes? The reptilians do? I don't know about that. As for myself, I know about Kaijin Answer, a scary one that legit steals your body. Ooh, body snatcher. Myself. What kind of monstrous being is that? That's not a monster name. Myself? Oh really? Is that a specific reference? You always reference the same thing and I never know what it is. Wonder how many people out there are actually imposters replaced by originals. Jasmine. You are the real Jasmine, right? Yes, I'm Jasmine. You're correct. Oh, cyberpunk? What if you were replaced by something, but you thought you were the original? You know, I think actually though, more than doppelgangers, I prefer like, mirror people. You know, like the idea that somebody in the mirror takes your identity. Or like you in the mirror version of yourself switch places. I think that's cooler. Doppelganger. I saw it. This is the last message a dear friend of mine sent me before he disappeared. Saw what, you ask? Apparently, he saw his doppelganger. He had gone out by himself to meet up with his relatives, and he was waiting for them at the park. He arrived early and decided to kill some time on his phone, messaging me and a few others. Ugh. The park was busy, so he must not have noticed it while watching the people sitting on benches, running and chasing after balls. At first, it was just a meaningless conversation. I'm so bored. This might be the most wholesome place on Earth. Wait, what? But then he found something interesting. I think this person is staring at me. Oh my god, we're wearing the same shoes. How embarrassing. This got everyone's attention. Is it a dude? A chick? What do they look like? It's a dude. No way. He's even wearing the same pants as me, lol. Maybe that's why he's staring. Hang on, I'll try to send a pic of his face. Then there was a short break in the message. I assumed so he could take the picture. Eventually he sent it, but the guy was far away, so it was hard to see his face. Zooming in, it was just a picture of my friend. Everyone loved it. W2F, it's just you! Haha, you had me there! What's with that dumb look on your face? Then he sent a bunch of messages at once. Guys, that's not me! OMG, it's me! The final message before he stopped responding was, I saw it. Oh, you're talking about words that come from German? Is that it? Kindergarten? Yes, it's where we grow the children. In the child garden. Reptilians. Oh, I've seen them. Have you? The other species hiding among us. Sometimes, if you take a really close look at pictures of celebrities or politicians, you can see them. They're humanoid reptiles called reptilians, lizard people. They've already succeeded in infiltrating human society. Why, you ask? For control. They've come to conquer, so they wear human skin and pretend to be people of influence, politicians and the sort. But there are ways to tell them apart. Their necks, their eyes. If something seems off about their wrinkles on their neck, that's a sign. When they blink, if their lower eyelid comes up to meet the top, you just might be looking at a reptilian. You may not believe me now, but you will someday. They're living among us everywhere. Might even be living next to you right now. Oh yeah, I just remembered another funny conspiracy theory that I see a lot of people talk about. I mean, I don't really look up like conspiracy theories or anything on the regular. Sometimes I just see them on Twitter. I'm like, what the heck are these people talking about? Like a big thing is like whenever like famous people or like politicians have black eyes, like that really sets them off. They're like, who's giving out the black eyes? They think it's like an Illuminati thing, I guess. Hygiene answer. Oof, you ever heard the rumors about Hygiene answer? They say he's nothing but a head. So of course, he wants a body. Word is that you can summon him by phone. But remember, call at your own risk. You can't just call him on any cell phone. You're going to need 10 of them. 10! Then you need to have them all call each other. The first phone calls the second calls the third, and so on until the loop is completed with the 10th phone calling the first. Usually you'd expect to get a message about the line being busy, but instead they connect to somewhere. The man who answers the phone calls himself Answer. For 9 out of 10 people that call, he will answer any question they ask. But one unlucky person will get asked a question instead. If they can't answer, he steals their body for himself. Wait, wasn't there another story just like this? Maybe there really are phone lines to the other side. If you ever get a call from a strange number, keep your head on your shoulders and don't pick up without thinking. Yeah, there were a couple, like, Transdimensional Phone, and I believe Satoru, kind of similar. Okay. Profit. Amy, functioning alcoholic. Ugh. It's putting it all out there, aren't you, Amy? They seem really excited. Sounds like a real party for them. GR Profit's almost here, woohoo! I know this says like GR, but it just sounds like they're going grr, 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 grr. Ugh. What is this? Don't keep reading the post if it creeps you out. As someone who's read Occult Great Reset, I thought Tsutomu Kisaragi was simply saying that occult otakus will have their chance to shine one day. Really? Have you read it, Jasmine? Well, yeah, I have. She's read it. You should read it again. You can't just stand there and wait for change to happen. You have to take the first step towards change yourself. That's how we can change society and then the world. Can't say much without reading it myself, but seeing how many different impressions of the book there are makes me nervous about reading it. Tsutomu Kisaragi may be abnormally persuasive, kids always toss around words like toys. I've been working hard for the GR too. But it's a shame that I'm treated the same as this fool. You mean in the game? If anywhere else occultism is as present? Like if in video game Japan and like video game America have the same Great Reset people or something? GR is something you work for? I thought all they did was read books and rant online. This could be more dangerous than it seems. You seem too intensely invested in this. That book is just about updating your values. What else are you seeing in it? Updating your values. That's the closest to how I read it too. Simply put, that's what it was about. Exactly. Updating your values. To do that, first, you must destroy your current values. It's that destruction that Tsutomu Kisaragi sought to carry out. Huh? Was there a statement inside that asked you to come up with your own answer or something? I think it was just a bunch of Tsutomu Kisaragi's own thoughts. Maybe depending on the reader, it resonates differently. Kind of reminds me of like how some cults operate. Well, it's kind of funny, like this, like the Samezima things and like some of these occult things do remind me, like, Japan definitely has like certain, you know, you don't think of Japan as being like a super religious place, and if you do, it's mostly like Shinto and Buddhism. But like, I guess you could argue about whether or not very many people are like practicing. But they definitely do have like a fair amount of like small new religious groups and cults and stuff. Like, I think it's still a problem. Like, I think most people have heard a little bit about like the Om Shinrikyo, which is like kind of a doomsday cult. It just has like a lot of things that a lot of cults have. Like, there's vaguely like, I think it has like some vaguely like Jesus stuff and some Buddhist stuff. I don't remember if it has aliens or not. Maybe. Or like, if you knew anything about like the assassination of Shinzo Abe, the person behind that, their family had like a history of being in the Unification Church cult, which is a cult that started in Korea, and it's another one that's like vaguely Jesus-y, but with a bunch of extra stuff. I'm trying to remember if there's aliens in that one too. It's hard to say. I feel like a lot of them have like vaguely alien things involved. Yeah, Christianity is not very popular in Japan. I think I talked about it a tiny bit when I was playing Sengoku Basara, but it's probably because of like Sakoku, and like Christianity was actually illegal in Japan for quite a while. So it's very small compared to something like Korea. Korea, it's much more popular. But you know, there definitely are a lot of smaller cults and like new religious movements that have like, you know, their standard stuff of new age things, whether they're actually cults or whether they're just, you know, whether they just have like weird new age tendencies. You know, feng shui type of stuff, energy stuff, alien stuff, Jesus-y stuff. But I don't know that I couldn't really compare like US to Japan, because like in the US too, like we have a lot of that stuff as well, like Scientology being a big one, but I couldn't really say like how common it actually is. Although I think at least in like, I'm always surprised, I feel like online a lot of new age things have kind of come back into popularity. Like I remember for a while it seemed like a lot of people were getting into things like crystals and crystal healing. I don't know if they still are. Maybe it's just like limited to certain pockets of like Tumblr and TikTok and stuff like that. Sorry, I was drinking my water. I thought this book was about his experience, how he was bashed by people who had a prejudiced view of the occult otakus based on only half-truths. Hold on, why is he talking about otaku? I feel like Fujiwara-san said something about that on the occult tour too. Oh, because along with teaching at uni, Tsutomu Kisaragi was an occult researcher. That's why people thought of him as an otaku. Half-truths, huh? Then they were true. Now they're just trying to start a fight. The worse the info, the more attention it gains. Leads to reactions which leads to a sense of superiority. Oh, excuse me. Ugh. People have a terrible habit of just focusing on that. This is short-sighted society that needs to be destroyed. These people saying GR. It's like they're trying to accomplish something. Or Tsutomu Kisaragi, right? Looks to me like they're speaking out in the name of Tsutomu Kisaragi, who couldn't accomplish his goal by himself. Hard to say what his actual goal is, since we can't read his book, because it's not real. Because like some of the previous chapters had some GR stuff too, that a lot of it's kind of vague society stuff that kind of sounds like they're just, I don't know, anti-billionaire or anti-capitalist or whatever. But then other stuff, it's like I can't quite tell what their actual goal is. Or like they said they like tried to invade the embassy, I think. But like, what does that have to do with the occult? Like, do they want there to be like more more ghost encounters or what? Like what? I don't understand what their actual goal is here. Or do they want the truth to come out or something like that? I think that's all we get for now. We went down the Tsutomu Kisaragi rabbit hole at the end there. Looking into Zimmer's leads to his name showing up a lot. NGR. How was it looking into the doppelganger myth? Got the idea? Yep. Okay. I need to drink more water. Jeez. Almost at Kurosawa's place. Hope he's doing okay. Well, the doppelganger first showed up at the CEO's office, but the secretary was fine. Oh, really? You're starting to like this game, huh? You know what? I think this game... So, I know this game... I saw a lot of advertisement for it for, like, in the Japanese community, because it is a Japanese game. And I think the game's... I think it came out... You never said it was poo-poo. I can't tell with you sometimes. You're a little picky. I mean, I get it. I'm picky too, but... But yeah, I have seen a couple of English streamers play it, but not as much. Like, I don't think it's big the way it is. Like, I think in the Japanese community, there's a little bit more of a community around it. I would also like to see a lot more people play it, because I think it's really good. And I kind of suspect that, you know, with this whole Great Reset storyline, you know, it's going to come to, you know, that's going to be the finale. So I kind of wonder if this is the kind of game that would also make for some good sequels, because I kind of like the simple format. I think they could make it a tiny bit more complicated or complex, like if you had actual save slots and like bad ends. You hate pixel art, and therefore you hate all games that use pixel art. I mean, yeah, obviously it's, and I think it's a game where I like it because I like the paranormal content. It's things that I like, and it can teach other people things about it and gives me an excuse to talk about it. But it's also like not super spooky, so it's pretty chill for a lot of people to get into. Part of me kind of wishes there were actual like bad endings where you could mess up an investigation, but that's okay. It's very straightforward. There were many theories around the doppelganger myth itself. So, I'm not too sure if meeting one actually kills you. You're right, yeah. Ooh, calm me down a bit. I'll do my best with today's investigation. That is true. Many people enjoy pixel art. I think it only came out in February, so it's still pretty recent, I guess. Hello, Urban Myth Dissolution Center here. Thanks for coming. Ah, are you alright, Kurosawa-san? We heard that you... Yeah, the doppelganger. It showed up, and I saw it myself. Its eyes were inhuman, but it looked just like me otherwise. Did it attack you or do anything? Nothing like that. But it happened very quickly. Before I knew it, the thing had left the house. So you called the police? Well, it's a pretty ridiculous story, so... Making a fuss would damage my company's reputation. Anyway, kindly check what it was doing at my place. Wait, didn't we see on social media that some people knew that he had like a doppelganger encounter? So does that mean the story leaked somehow? I mean, you should definitely, if you have other streamers you think you would, that would like it, you should definitely tell them to play it. I think it's pretty cool. Or maybe wait till the next Steam sale. We have a housekeeper, and she saw it too. So please, talk to her, and also... Who is this? Aika. Hey Yuya, we aren't done talking yet. Huh? Who are these chicks? You're bringing over girls in broad daylight? They're here for business. This is work, so just give us a moment. Who is this? Girlfriend? Sister? Other? Are you okay? She received some messages, supposedly from me, that I have no memory of. Oh. Messages asked her various things about my room. I'd appreciate if you could look into that. Anyway, I'll let you investigate. Okay. Worried about the boss man? Oh yeah, that's right, he's doing something else. I'll search for him on my end. Got connections that could help. How do you feel about this case? Well, Kurosawa ran into his doppelganger pretty quick. But he's weirdly calm. Kinda fishy if you ask me. Fishy? I want to keep an eye on what the dude says and does. How would the doppelganger get his phone number? Or like hack into his phone? About the investigation. Yeah. I know the drill. Talk to them, look around. You got this. Woohoo! About the director. Yeah, I asked someone I know for tracking help. Nothing substantial so far. I don't think he needs to be tracked, does he? No need to thank me. You're like a worried parent or something. You're gonna stop the Illuminati card prophecies, right? Go on and show the director how it's done. Right. Let's do this. Oof. I'm getting a little tongue-tied again. I don't know why I did that. Oh yeah, they said he used to be a streamer. That looks like the YouTube black. Trophies and awards on display. So many of them. Kurosawa-san must be really talented. Prefectural Junior High Kendo Tournament, 10th place, really? High School Speech Contest, Judges Award, Silver. Business Idea Contest, College Category, 2nd. High achiever since his school days. Japan Corporate Excellence Award, Information Technology, UTech Priority. Silver Award, 100K subscribers, 5 Society. Oh, we've seen that come up before, the 5S. We've seen 5S come up a couple times. Gold award, 1 million subscribers. 5 society. Holy cow. Excuse me, we're from the Urban Myth Dissolution Center. Can I talk to you for a minute? Urban Myth Dissolution Center? Feeling nervous. Mr. Kurosawa mentioned you? If I can be of any help. My name is Honda. I work as a housekeeper here. Ad free, man. I get it. I understand. And I've always said that, like, I mean, I have watched some streamers that are very interactive or very, like, high energy with their chat. And I do talk to chat on occasion, but I think that, like, my style of streaming is also just, you know, I think it's a little bit more similar to, like, I can't talk right now. Pre-recorded Let's Plays, in the sense that I do mainly just focus on the gameplay or the story. But thank you. I should just say thank you instead of deflecting. Because it's annoying when you try to compliment somebody and they deflect too much, you know? I get that. May I ask what happened yesterday? Someone who looked just like Kurosawa-san came here. Someone just like him. Deep in thought. It was around 8 o'clock last night. Mr. Kurosawa came home and immediately went to his room. I was preparing his dinner when I heard the entrance open again. I looked out and Mr. Kurosawa was standing there. I think I told him that I thought he'd already come home. What did Kurosawa-san do? He went to his room, then soon after I heard him yelling. Yelling. Like, ah! When someone's surprised. Mr. Kurosawa came out of his room immediately afterwards. And another Mr. Kurosawa followed him shortly after. And by that time, the first Mr. Kurosawa had disappeared into thin air. Couldn't believe my eyes. I see. Did the room inside... did you look inside Kurosawa-san's room? I'm only in charge of cleaning all the other rooms. I was told that Mr. Kurosawa-san's room has various things he can't show anyone else. When I first came here as a housekeeper, I was told that entering Mr. Kurosawa's room is strictly forbidden. They're doing it again. I noticed that sometimes they mix up Kurosawa-san and Mr. Kurosawa. I see. So, Honda-san, when did you start working here as a housekeeper? Yeah, that reminds me. I recently, I forgot. For a while, I had Amazon subscription. I was able to use my Amazon subscription on Twitch as well, so I didn't get ads while I watched some things. And it also expanded my my VOD storage briefly. But I finally remembered. I was like, oh crap, I need to turn that off. And so now, I was trying to watch people play Deltarune on Twitch, and I was getting so annoyed about the long ads. Ah. Alright, Honda-san, when did you start working here as a housekeeper? You seem accustomed to this job. When did I start? She's really intense. I've been a housekeeper for a long time, but I started working here recently. Oh, really? I'm old, but I still need to work to pay my bills, you see. I could do with a little raise, if you catch my drift. Or would Mr. Kurosawa fire me if he heard this? I think she's just old, but these like neck wrinkles made me think of what they were saying about reptilians. But I think she's just a little wrinkly. She doesn't seem to be kidding at all. Aww. Aww, old people. See, like, old people working to stay young and passionate makes me happy. Older people working to pay the bills makes me sad. Just checking. Did you speak in any way with the first Kurosawa-san when that came home? In any way? Did you talk to him at all? Just reacted as usual, I believe. I greeted him with a welcome home, Mr. Kurosawa. He gave me a small nod and headed to his room. I don't know if it's going to be on sale soon because, like I said, it is fairly recent. So I feel like there's bound to be a little bit more time before it's more discounted, you know what I mean? So you didn't have a conversation. Understood. Thank you. So the first Kurosawa-san probably was the doppelganger. And the one that yelled wasn't the doppelganger. We have an idea of the doppelganger's actions, but what is its goal? I don't know why, for a second I thought that was a fish. Photo of Kurosawa-san. Might be from a while ago. He looks a bit different from now. He just looks younger, yeah? There is some writing on the trophy he's holding. National College Debate Contest. First place. Inugami University Debate Club. Oh, that's the same university as her. Wow, winning this is amazing, but also... Inugami? That's my uni. So Kurosawa went there too? Excuse me, just a moment of your time, please. Who the heck are you anyway? I might be able to help in some way? Huh? I'm from the Urban Myth Dissolution Center. And what the heck is that? There's been something strange happening around Kurosawa-san recently. Seems like someone who looks just like him is up to no good. If this is a serious talk, that's pretty laughable. Well, it's true. There was evidence of that intruder in the CEO office too. And I saw it too. Or its shadow. So we're pretty sure it's real. Sheesh. This a reality show or something? Could we ask your name, please? Aika, Yuya's girlfriend. What's he doing inviting girls to his place anyway? He did this before too, and we had a huge fight, and I haven't forgiven him yet. I'm just here for work. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about, huh? You're weird. What was your name again? Azami Fukurai. Okay then, Zam Zam, what you need? Zam Zam. Aika-san, strange things have been happening around Kurosawa-san recently. We're worried about Kurosawa-san's safety. And maybe you could be in danger too. Hey, oh wait, that's not funny. You're serious? Very serious. Kurosawa-san might have told you. The messages you received were probably from his doppelganger. Huh? So those nonsense texts he sent me the other day weren't from Yuya on booze, but someone else? We believe so, yes. I'd like to ask you something else about the doppelganger. Huh? What? Have you ever talked to him over the phone directly? No, just those DMs. I see. Just his messages. Maybe it's true that doppelgangers don't talk. you tell us in detail what you experienced? Ugh. Eh? Like a few days ago? Yuya DMs me. Oh geez, my voice. Aika. First, I thought, who the heck is this? He usually calls, but hey. Hold on, let me clear my throat a little bit. Okay. Let's see if that's any better. Nope, doesn't feel like it. Okay. That's fine too. I think I'm not gonna stream super long right now. I might stop around 3 hours, but depending on, because I also kind of want to go pick up food, but also depending on how I feel, I might return for a short stream tonight, or maybe I should take it easy. I shouldn't overdo it with my voice. I see, it's from Kurosawa-san's actual account. I wonder if this is not from a text message, but from like another kind of DM service, like WhatsApp or something. Because like if it's from WhatsApp, that'd be easier or more intuitive to hack than it would be to like get a hold of his phone and send a text. Oops, there we go. Hey, Aika, remember when you came to my place? Is this it? Looked like he was asking something. It was super creepy, got on my nerves after a while, so I deleted most of it. That explains it. What was he asking you about? Like something about the hard drive in Yuya's room? Hard drive? I asked him about it too. It said something about a black box like drive or whatever. A red card and a black box. I said, how should I know about that? It's your room. Don't ask me. True. Right? So I figured something was up and came to check. If those DMs were an imposter, I don't get what's going on. I'll recheck. I'll recheck with Kurosawa-san about this. Stunner girlfriend. I mean, I don't know if I'd call her stunner. Kind of has like stereotypical cliche attractive girlfriend vibes. Attractive girlfriend who dresses fancy vibes. Let's see. Why was it that she suddenly came to Kurosawa-san's place? Because of the imposter? She received fake messages to Kurosawa-san's hacked account, so she came over to check. I'm surprised that someone could hack Kurosawa-san's account. Can't be easy. Oh yeah, he's also an IT guy, so you'd think. He doesn't have that two-factor authentication. What kind of super hacker could pull that off? Yeah, DMs. Trash. Mundane, everyday trash can. Pretty packed. Old documents, maybe? What's this? Oh. Crumpled up photo. Who's that guy? Is this the same photo as the one on display? It's longer this way. Oh, wait, this person on the right. Oh yeah, it is. I was gonna say his hat looks familiar. Tsutomu Kisaragi? Why would Kurosawa-san be in a photo with Dr. Kisaragi? But I think Dr. Kisaragi was a university at the Inugami Daigaku as well. Need to ask Kurosawa-san. You would think this would be like a shredding pile, not just a trash can. Let's see. Takes a tech CEO to have such a huge safe at home. If the doppelganger was after something, this might be it. Computer's huge. Lots of glowing whites. Is this one of those gaming rigs? He was a streamer. So this could be a streaming or coding rig. What's he got over here though? A bunch of other like towers or computer peripherals. You need it to mine crypto. I didn't think the doppelganger would try to contact Aika. I've briefed my housekeeper, so kindly talk to both of them. Understood. Excuse me. May I ask about what happened yesterday? Sure. When I got home last night, the housekeeper looked at me funny and said she thought I'd already come home. I had no idea what she meant, but when I came to this room, the doppelganger was there. Exactly. Looked just like me. I guess he is tidy for a tech guy. But he's also a CEO type, so I feel like those types of people are tidy. Except the eyes. They were just sockets without eyeballs in them. I just stood there in shock, and he took off. See. Have you noticed anything unusual since you saw the doppelganger? Like a massive headache or something? Ah, you're thinking I might die because I met my doppelganger? Oh, you knew about that? Nothing seems wrong with my health. That reminds me, you met my secretary yesterday, right? Yomoto-san, you mean? Yes. She seems to have skipped work today without permission. Our HR tried to call her, but she's not picking up. Whoa. Our staff is looking for her. I'll let you know if I hear anything. Yomoto-san has met the doppelganger, so... Maybe that's why maybe she's sick. About the messages that Aika-san received? Oh yeah, those. They weren't from you, right? Of course not. My account got hacked. It happens. I've taken measures to fix the situation. See, so does that mean the doppelganger was using your account? I don't know who the culprit was, but this is embarrassing as a tech company CEO. Yeah, I would think so. Kurosawa-san, did you know Tsutomu Kisaragi? Why all of a sudden? Well, I found a photo of you with Dr. Kisaragi in your trash can. Is that from when you were a student? Yes. He was my advisor for the sports team I was in back in uni. He was a sports guy? So that's why. What does that have to do with this case? Why are you searching through my garbage? I never asked you to do that. Oh, right. Sorry. I thought I'd thrown away all those photos. But why was the photo in the garbage? Your guess is as good as mine. I noticed it lying around yesterday. To think that you dig that up. It was lying around? So, if it wasn't Kurosawa-san or the housekeeper, did the doppelganger leave it here? Why would it do that? Oh yeah, the real one doesn't have eyes, but this other one has these creepy eyes. Two shadows. Could they be Kurosawa-san and the doppelganger? So I'm seeing their shadows overlapping from when they came home last night. They really look alike when compared like this. But I can somehow tell which one is the doppelganger. I wonder why. And again, the doppelganger's shadow seems like it's watching me. It's supposed to just be a trace. How's it doing that? Reminds me, I need to check with the housekeeper about what the doppelganger did. This shadow is the doppelganger. Looks different somehow. Near the computer, but what is it doing? Can't make out exactly what he's doing with his hand. Looks like he's taking something out or away from the computer. I should figure out what could have been around the computer. This shadow, it's different from the usual ones. Must be the doppelganger. Is it trying to do something to the safe? Seems to be looking at me and laughing. Scary. To check for traces of the safe being tampered with. Was anything stolen? Should check. Okay. Housekeeper. Although she wouldn't know about like the safe or the computer. Did you notice anything unusual or peculiar about the Kurosawa-san who came home first? Peculiar. Yes. I can't imagine that the first Mr. Kurosawa I saw might be someone else. As far as I could tell, it most certainly was the Mr. Kurosawa I know. I see. Thank you. When the first Kurosawa-san came out, he was holding, was he holding anything? Holding anything. Like a wad of bills or expensive-looking jewelry? No, I don't remember him carrying anything of the sort. You mean Mr. Kurosawa's room had such things in it? Well, I wouldn't know. And again, he wouldn't have that huge safe if he didn't. Huh? Huh? Something wrong? Is this lady gonna try to rob him? That's not gonna go well. Well, if she's never been in the room, why does she know about the safe? Very suspicious. She wants that money so bad. Notes on the people I met. But we know that it can't be her because she was at the entrance when the doppelganger was in the house and Kurosawa met. He saw both of them. Hana-san works as a housekeeper. She started recently. Yeah, she started working recently. Wonder if Kurosawa-san tends to overwork his staff. Oh, there is a new one. Oh. What? Messages you received are probably sent by the doppelganger. Kurosawa-san's account seems to have been hacked. Hacked? Nya Kurosawa, CEO of a security company, getting hacked? Haha, loser. That's what it seems like. What exactly is that Doppler whatever? An X of Yuya's? X. I think it's more like a copy of the person? I don't get it, but isn't this like a dumped X trying to get back at Yuya or something? Well, I don't know for sure. Is this not an occult case, but an angry X case? Or an angry other tech person case? Alright, let's try to wrap up the scene here. Can I ask you something? Have you noticed whether anything was stolen? And did you check the contents of your safe? I haven't checked thoroughly, so that is a possibility. The safe is huge and stands out, so you might want to make sure. Indeed. Actually, I'm a bit busy right now, so could you check the safe yourself? Me? Yes, please. I should have contracts, watches, and some gold in there. The combination is 5666, so please, go ahead. Oh, okay. Isn't that careless of him? Does he have a reason? I mean, the game reason is that this game doesn't want him to move. They want him to stay in one spot. But the story reason, who knows? He wants me to get my hands on it for some reason? Is it really okay to open this? Let's check. 5666. Open. It's kind of like the 5 S's thing. How do I know if everything is here, though? Contracts, watches, actual gold bars. I guess nothing has been stolen. Doppelganger's goal. Oh, I guess I could talk to Jasmine. I haven't talked to her in a minute. Nope, nothing new there. Nope. Trash? Oh, here we go. I think the doppelganger was fiddling around with this. USB cable dangling here, but nothing connected to it. Maybe he just took like a little external hard drive. Need to think things over. Blah blah blah. Entered Kurosawa-san's room. Maybe to lie in wait? Kurosawa-san did indeed encounter the doppelganger. Yet it could have waited for him anywhere, including the entrance. Which means there could have been a reason it was in Kurosawa-san's room. It doesn't seem to have touched any of the valuables. It had sent messages to Aika-san too. I wonder what it was trying to do. Goal seems to have been to get the hard drive that was connected to the cable in Kurosawa-san's room. Woohoo! Goal seems to have been to get the hard drive, blah blah blah. That must have been it. Not sure what an HDD. She doesn't know what it is. Didn't she say it? But judging from the messages Aika-san received, that must be it. Maybe I should ask Aika-san about what exactly an HDD looks like. Why not just ask Kurosawa? Aika doesn't seem the most techie person. About the HDD. Hey, I wouldn't know, okay? But it'd be helpful if you knew what kind of shape it was. It was near the computer, connected with a cable around the size of a lunchbox. Oh, yeah. It was a black box with a sticker on it that said 5 or something. 5. Not sure about that. Might be it. Kurosawa-san might recognize that. We should check. It's definitely his 5. Oh, wait, I forgot what they were called again. His 5 something. Okay, okay. What was his streamer group called? 5... I don't remember. I feel like there's always stuff missing that I wish I knew. Alright, they're not gonna tell me what it was. I wish I could see like the I could go back to the social media search results, but I don't believe there's any way. The 5S thing. Could I ask you something? Go ahead. Kurosawa-san, do you know about an HDD? With a sticker with the number 5? Oh, he's really surprised. What about it? Seems like the doppelganger's goal was to get that HDD. What does HDD stand for, by the way? Kurosawa-san, about the hard drive? HDDs are storage media. You could save a large amount of photos, music, or videos on them. I see. Then it might have had something stored on it that the doppelganger wanted, which is why it was stolen. Would the Urban Myth Dissolution Center be able to recover it for me? I can't say for sure, at least not immediately. Worst case, destroying the HDD works too. I would appreciate if you could prevent the contents from leaking out. Well, I can't promise anything. So, figure out why the doppelgangster came here? Doppelganger seems to have stolen an HDD from Kurosawa-san's computer. Just the HDD, without touching the gold bars or other valuables. Kurosawa-san even asked us to destroy it if we need to. Yeah, don't agree to it. Those requests lead to complaints later on. So it came for the HDD. Wonder what's inside. Also, Kiyomoto-san, the secretary. She skipped work without saying anything and isn't answering. Could she be... Ugh, could meeting someone's doppelganger bring death to the others as well? Kurosawa-san said his staff is looking for her, but... I hope nothing's happened to her. Kurosawa-san, Honda-san, the housekeeper, have both met the doppelganger in this house. Might not be safe. I'll go grab the van, so tell Kurosawa and the housekeeper to be on their guard. Understood. Well, cutscene. Get some rest. We're on standby until Kurosawa updates us. Gotcha. Thank you, Jasmine. Oh, can I walk? Getting closer. I don't think I'm supposed to be doing that. In some ways, this game is a little silly. It's very, very simple, even by visual novel standards, to be honest. What's this place? It's dark, but so loud. I don't want to see or hear. I'm scared. No. Help me. This is way too loud. We should go somewhere quieter. It's just that, like, you know, you would think that they would at least stop me from going backwards. Because it just is so silly when I chase them. Miss Azami. Miss Azami. It's me. Huh? Director. Oh, it's the director's voice? No. I thought we were gonna see his doppelganger. I didn't expect we'd see our own, to be honest. You're awake? Eee. Dozing off again. Huh? What the? Oh, I just zoned out for a bit there. Stop falling asleep while we're talking. Kurosawa sent in this stupid request, so we need to get planning. Sorry, I had this weird dream? Anyway, you were saying the doppelganger had actually shown up for the CEO office intrusion. Yeah, it turned up a week ago in the UTech HQ servers room. Which makes 3 sightings. Server room, CEO office, CEO home. Sure gets around for an anomaly. By the way, we haven't heard from the director yet. Hope everything's okay. It's looking like we might have to do the dissolution ourselves, eh? I'll practice manifesting the eye-opener and unlocking it. No idea what you're talking about. UTech HQ coming up. Time for investigator mode. Oh, I guess Jasmine doesn't know. She doesn't see that. Alright, this is it though. This is where the save point should come in. Oh, not yet. Okay. Kurosawa-san, you mentioned the doppelganger was here a week ago? Seems like it showed up in the server room. No reports of anything stolen or sabotaged so far. Can I ask what this room is for? This is our server room, where we store important data for our clients. It's usually off limits to external parties. My main concern is why the intruder targeted this server room. Since it's appeared in our buildings twice already, it may have hostile intentions toward our company. Hope you can find out why it came here. Okay. By the way, I asked you to look for the HDD stolen from my home. Could you give me a status report on that first? Dude, it's been like 12 hours. Actually, our job is to investigate urban myths. Looking for stolen property is not quite what we... Well, looks like our understanding of the request and your work aren't aligned. Hey, when did we agree to change our service plan? And you are? Just a part-time helper. If you have an additional request for lost property searches, I'll check with management. We're not in the position to make those kinds of decisions ourselves. Especially for this kind of pseudo-police work. Never know what might turn out illegal, really. I can write up a theft report for the police. Actually, we've had lots going on with all these strange incidents. Please forget about the stolen item for now. We'll handle that ourselves. Just continue investigating the urban myth element, if that works for you. Oh, okay. Please check with the server engineer and security guard about what happened here. Okay. Thank you, Jasmine. When did Kurosawa-san's tone change all of a sudden? Leave those situations to me. Anyway, he's showing his true colors. He almost forced that responsibility on us. Let's move. Or let's move on. first we need to know what appeared here, and next why it came here specifically. I'll keep an eye out for what Kurosawa-san's up to while we investigate. Oh, thank God. Oh, finally, next scene. And save. I just want to take a little peek around. Okay. Anyways, better stop now before I keep going. Oof, ouch. Ugh, I like this little opening. Ugh, stretch. Alright, I am hungry. I'm very indecisive feeling right now, but I should get some food. I just want to watch this one more time. Oh, getting tired. You know what? I should not stream again tonight. I should rest up. I shouldn't overdo my voice. Okay, bye-bye. Good nighty.